And I just want to say how great the police have been here. I think they've done, under an incredible stressful situation, a very reasonable job, all things considered. And I just want to say something. Just like to say how much I like and respect Haiku, and believe that he's done incredible service to Speaker's Corner, coming here week in, week out over so many years and trying to fight for a better world that looks after itself and cares for itself and takes responsibility for their actions. That's basically what Haiku is. You know, there's some things I definitely disagree with him on, and now there's definitely one thing I absolutely disagree with him, which I'd like to discuss and talk about, which is his stance on COVID-19. I mean, I find it very odd he's taken a position of no responsibility, and instead of talking about that, has decided to become this same level as pseudo-atheist Steve and Pavlov, just like Speaker Corner clown. I find that unbelievable. A man that's so come here with such principles and morality, and you know, again, I don't agree with him on everything, but he's come here and he's never descended to the pseudo-atheist Steve or Pavlov level. He's always maintained an immense level of dignity, and which I respect, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with my assessment of Haiku. But him becoming the Benny Hill all of a sudden of Speaker's Corner is just, I mean, it's not the police's fault. It's not their fault. All the police are doing is their job. They didn't come here just to piss people off. They came here because of the gross incompetence of the leaders of this country, from Oxbridge, who thought, the Oxbridge boys and girls who just thought, let the people suffer, because it won't ever affect us because we've got private healthcare. You don't have to worry about it. We'll get preferential treatment because we can afford it. So it's there that anger should be aimed at. So that's my concern, is that he's aiming his anger at the police who are just working class. The police are working class. Yeah, you probably won't agree. I don't know, but yeah, they were just working class, and they're here because they're told to be here. And he's making their lives, which is already extremely stressful. Just recently, our government lost 150,000 criminal records because, again, Oxbridge and the private school lot just don't give a shit. The police are underfunded. Can I have a couple more minutes? You okay? So I love Haiku, and I think what he does here is great, and he's a great ambassador of Speaker's Corner. But why has he become this Benny Hill character? I find that very sad, his interpretation, which is aligned with Donald Trump, which is aligned with pseudo-atheist Steve as well. I find it when that lot are starting clapping you, you know you've got some serious shit wrong in your life, I think. When that lot are now on your side. Just one more point. So the police, there's this cry in America from Black Lives groups and other groups in America say defund the police. Let's just clarify that firstly. It does not, in America, that it's a militarized police. It isn't a police that you get in this country. And this has to be factored into your understanding of reality of that sentence. And literally the far right believe fundamentally in defunding the police. And over the last 15, 20 years since the Tories have been in power, the far right, they have slashed the police budget, making the police lives more dangerous, more stressful. And now we're in a COVID-19 situation with an underfunded police force. You can imagine the horrors which span from that. And while the far right were defunding the police, they were making sure that poverty in this country is at now record levels, where we don't have children with food, we have United Nations and other bodies of such nature declaring UK as one of the most extreme poverty in Europe. So they're defunding the police, enforcing poverty on the UK, And what do? They literally pay themselves billions. While this hell is happening, they're using taxpayers' money to fund their private companies that are now in the National Health Service, which are meant to take responsibility over track and trace. Track and trace? New Zealand did that almost literally the first day. Almost, not literally. But the first moment they knew there was a problem, they went, yes, let's get this sorted out. What happened in the UK? Oxbridge little rich cunt said, oh look, my mate's an Oxbridge rich cunt. Why don't I make him richer? They've got no interest in or understanding or experience in making track and trace. We'll fucking give to them anyway, because we can buy themselves a nice little house in the country, which is literally what they're doing. While doctors and nurses, frontline workers are having no protection, PPE. Is that right? Or is it PE? PPE, yeah, sorry. The Tories have walked away with extra billions in their pocket. And that is the furlong. Sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet. Words aren't quite falling out my brain correctly. Furloughing. Billions of pounds of that never even made it to the workers of this UK. It's now gone forever due to fraud, which the Tories just think is brilliant because they set it up so that their own friends could commit fraud and therefore walk away forever even richer, while the workers were left with fuck all. Left with their children having packed lunch boxes that cost 30 quid with about 60p worth of food in there. PPE denied to the frontline workers, and also the amount of deaths now in the UK each day is staggering. All this is not because of COVID-19, it's directly because of human incompetence, educated in Oxbridge not to give a shit about the rest of the planet or their own actions. And remember, there is no legal framework to put these people in prison because there is no constitution in this UK. We do not have, therefore, a democracy. We need a constitution that clearly outlines the responsibility of people who have been voted into power. Once you have that, then you have a democracy. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing some comments on that on YouTube and wherever in reality. I love you, and we all need to get COVID protection and look after ourselves. Thank you.